Welcome back, dear students. So we start with the new chapter, chemical kinetics, and already we have your PDFs with you. The notes you have to refer, okay, during our lectures. So let us start the introductory part of the chapter with the definition of chemical kinetics. So chemical kinetics in simple words can be defined as the branch of chemistry which will deal with the study of rates of the reactions. Okay, so chemical kinetics can be defined as the branch of physical chemistry specifically which will deal with the study of rates of the reactions. See here, definition: study of reaction rates. Okay, that is rate of reaction. So rate of the reaction is given by this particular equation: change in the concentration of reactants or products divided by the time taken. We consider a general reaction here, A gives B. Okay, so here the reactant is A, product is B. So rate of the reaction for this general equation can be written in this way: is rate of reaction will be equal to change in the concentration of reactant means A or change in the concentration of product B divided by the time taken for that particular change. Whenever a chemist is studying any reaction, he is always interested in two main points related to that particular reaction. First one is whether the reaction is feasible. Feasible means possible, and if the reaction is feasible, that means if the reactants are going to give product, then how much time it will take for the reaction to go to completion. Combining these two terms, okay, we get the equation for rate of reaction, that is change in the concentration of the reactants or product divided by time taken. So these two factors are very important: concentration and time. Simple units for rate: when we just observe this equation, we get moles per liter, which is the unit for concentration term, and per second because time is considered and it is present in the denominator, so per second. But what we have to study in detail here, that is a type of rates of the reaction. There are two types we have to study. In that, first one is average rate of the reaction, okay, and this is the equation for average rate of the reaction: change in the concentration of reactant or product in a time interval, specific time interval. What will be the change in the reactant or product? So that time interval and that change parameter we have to consider here. Again, we have written a general reaction here: A gives B. Okay, so how we can write the average rate for this reaction? Change in the concentration of the reactant. Reactant here is A and minus sign. So change means delta and concentration means square bracket of reactant A divided by time interval delta T. And why minus sign here? Because during this particular general reaction, concentration of A goes on decreasing, then only we will get the formation of product B. This is also equal to changing the concentration of the product means you have to write delta B upon delta T, and here the sign is positive because the concentration of the product B is going on increasing. That's why you have to write plus sign here. So this was the first type of rate of reaction, that is average rate. Now we have second type, instantaneous rate. So we have this general equation written here: A moles of A plus B moles of B gives C moles of C plus D moles of D. The difference between this reaction and this reaction is, in this reaction we have considered stoichiometric coefficients. Okay, stoichiometric coefficients for reactants and products. What are these coefficients here? Small a, small b, small c and small d. Okay, so when we have to write the instantaneous rate, we have to write in this format. Okay, so in instantaneous rate equation, the time interval is very small. Okay, here in average rate might be the reaction is going to completion, okay, in half an hour, 1 hour, but here the time interval is very small. Then we are writing down the rates of the reaction in the form of instantaneous rate, where the time interval is very small, change in the concentration is very small for the reactants or products. So in this way you write the equation now. Instantaneous rate for this particular general reaction is equal to minus 1 upon A, coefficient of A, reactant capital A, dA by dt. Differential change, fractional change in the concentration, okay, and fractional change in the time. That will be equal to again minus. So minus sign here and minus sign here for the reactant, because again the reason remains same, because the concentration of reactants are going on decreasing. Instantaneous rate also can be written in terms of products. 1 upon C, small c, dC by dt is equal to 1 upon d, dd by dt. And positive signs here because concentration of the products are going on increasing during this particular general reaction. So to understand these two particular types of rates, okay, that is average rate and instantaneous rate, one numerical already I have solved. Okay, we have a reaction now, is a specific reaction given to us, ammonia reacting with oxygen forming nitric oxide and water. So how we can write down the average rate in terms of reactants? How we can write down the equation for the average rate and instantaneous rate? So average rate can be written in this way: minus 1 upon 4, the coefficient we have to consider here, but triangle sign, that is time interval might be more. If they have given the time interval, then you can write this equation: minus 1 upon 4 delta molar concentration of ammonia upon delta T. So change in the concentration of reactant ammonia upon time interval. Okay, the time interval. That is also equal to minus 1 upon 5. This one, 1 upon 5, change in the concentration of reactant oxygen upon the time taken for the change, that is the time interval. Instantaneous rate, what will be the only change in the instantaneous rate? Instead of delta, we are going to write down D. See, here also D for the reactants. Okay, the same equation you can write in terms of products also, where here the signs will be positive, and accordingly we will write down the change in the concentration of each product considering the time factor. So this was the introductory part of chapter chemical kinetics. Okay, and so with some more new terms where all these rates are considered, and we get new equation that will continue in our next lecture. So any doubts regarding today's lesson, we can ask in group. Okay, so refer your notes and understand this explanation properly. We continue in our next lecture. Thanks for today.